Good afternoon. I'm somewhat of a mind reader, you might not know that. I've got psychic abilities and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Tony, that bonsai is terrible. In fact, don't even call it a bonsai. And I agree. This is a shocker. I didn't collect this on purpose. This was actually one that came round at my parents' house when I was collecting some of the sort of Yamadori, well, not Yamadori, some of the urban Yamadori that's on some previous videos. And this was just a tree that was sitting in amongst them. I just pulled it out. It had hardly any root really. It just had a few bits and bobs. And I think my dad actually threw it in the rubbish pile. And I said, let's give it a go. You never know, it might live. I planted it in some soil. I watered it and it's sprung to life. They're amazingly hardy, these plants. I know you can use the black bag technique and all that stuff, but I wasn't even that bothered about it, so I just chucked it in the garden. And it's sprouting really well. It's got some quite good taper at the base. So this is probably the best feature of the tree, and that's saying something. You know, I don't know what the Nabarro is like, I can't remember. But it comes up here, it kind of goes in, and it's coming alive. I've got the mandatory goat willow. It seems to be in every pot I've got, growing away there. And today's job is to rub off some of the buds that have emerged, because although I do want it to grow healthily, there's a few that are just, there's too many of them and there's so many buds growing. It's better to remove the ones that are congested, as I've done in bird cherry, which is coming along beautifully. So what we've got here is my bird cherry, which was about 5 foot tall. I cut it down in the winter and the branches have appeared in the most perfect positions. As you can see, there's a bud there, a bud there, a bud here, a bud here, one there and one coming out the back. So they're coming in almost perfect places, sort of radially spiralling almost around the trunk, which is ideal. There were a few extra ones, and what I did is I just picked them off with my fingers a few weeks ago, and it's pushed the energy into these shoots instead. This is the top of the hawthorn, and we've got multiple buds coming out here, and there's just too many, so I want to eradicate some of them. I'm going to start with that one there. So that one's gone, almost. Good. Now, I still think there's too many. I'm going to take this next one off. There. That's good. So we're getting somewhere now. We've got another one in there. There we go. Good. So we've got the main one. We've got two here. I only want one of these. And I'll select this one. No, see, this one's further away from this one, which is better, but this one is a stronger bud. I'm going to remove the stronger one. There we go. And leave this bud in place. So I've cleaned that out now, that area. And there's still plenty of buds and plenty of life there. I've got 3 down here. I only want 2. So I'll remove the central one. And this is just 2 over this side. So I'm still, the plan is, you know, always, oh, there's another one there. Get rid of that. The plan is always to leave plenty of life on this tree, but I just didn't want it completely overcrowded. So following the same principle, I've got three buds here, and I'm going to remove that middle bud. So there was nothing too drastic there, just basically removing a few buds. People talk about rubbing buds out, but when they're so compact like this, I like to use these fine pointed snips to just get in there and just take out exactly what I want. And I'll just leave this now to grow on for the year. Send shoots out, start developing. It's a long-term kind of deal, this, but the good thing about a plant like this is I've got the option to completely design from scratch the whole branch structure. There's nothing really to work with, so it's effectively a blank canvas, and I'll decide what direction I want to take it. But yeah, I'm actually pleased it's come alive, because I had no hope for it, so it just shows you never know. What I'm going to do is take you to a couple of more trees now that are also sending out shoots that I need to get rid of. What we have here is one of my favourite silver birch. It's got a really nice chunky wide base. It's got great taper to it. It comes up here, and I've got a fantastic bud up at the top here that's developing into a branch, and it's in a perfect position, but I've got lots and lots of growth at the base that needs to be taken off. They really send loads of these out, birch, and if you don't deal with them, they'll end up taking a lot of the growth out of the tree. So it's nothing particularly technical. It's really just get these shoots out of there and let this growth go upwards. So I was just clearing some buds around on the other side of the tree from around here, and I noticed just almost hundreds and hundreds of little buds growing here, and I'm going to take them all off. It's a great sign for the tree. Shows me how healthy it is, that it's been able to put all this energy into growing so many buds. But this is not where I want the growth. That's much better, that. Excellent. So as always, thanks for joining me. I quite like those kind of jobs, you know, removing the buds, planning where future branches will be, because in essence you're kind of working out the future design of the trees. So thanks for being here. I'm stood next to my Acer because that's next on my list, is to film a video of me starting some air layering and some root exploration of this plant, which is what I'm really looking forward to. The sun's shining. I'm going to go and make myself a brew. You have a great day.